And the first time I brought her here when she was 1, the way her face lit up, I said, all right, now I know as a dad that that's the only face I ever want to see. So you want to sell your house, move across country to go live at Disney World. People must say it every day after every vacation. Well, I'm doing it. And it sucks. Selling your house to move across the country is no small undertaking. Especially when it's like your first home, a home you brought your daughter home to, if you have a daughter or son or child. For me, it's a daughter. And you realize that over the course of X amount of years, you really accumulate a lot of shit. So that's what this process is. Me getting rid of all the shit as I pack my belongings to move across the country to go live at Disney World. Well, obviously you can't live at Disney World and I'm not a billionaire, so I can't live in Golden Oak. But I'm getting as close as possible. And over the next 36 hours, I'm going from packing, throwing a majority of my things in the garbage. Everything I've donated and sold, I've done all that already. But I have this bad boy in my driveway, a 20-yard dumpster that is almost full. I'm putting the last of the junk in there now. And then in the morning, 6 a.m., I will be on a first flight down to MCO, good old Orlando International, to look at some rentals. We're going to rent for a year just to check it out, see how we like it. And you guys should come along and see what this nightmare is. You also want to make sure to schedule these things on nights that it's not raining. So last night with the dumpster, these next 36 hours are going to be quite interesting. Now, if you listen to the podcast, you know that I've been talking about this forever. My wife and I have been talking about it forever. There's been some things that have transpired around the old home. Oh, I'm not even filming myself. There's been some things that have transpired around the old homestead that have motivated this decision, besides the fact that we just kind of want to do it. And now's the perfect time. Our kid's not in school. We both have the ability to work from home. Why not? Yeah, we'll miss our friends and family. Yeah, we'll miss the house we brought our daughter home to. But we think, now a lot of you out there might disagree, that we are going to be providing a better life for us and a better life for our daughter in sunny Orlando. 3:30 in the morning. We're about to head to Florida. The plane takes off at 5:59. Oh, you can't see me. Very dark. So it's it's terrible. It is a chilly morning in New Jersey, but a couple hours I shall be in Sunshine State. But first, no one can see me. I do not miss getting in the car at this hour. But a few hours, my plane takes off. 5:59. That's when the plane lifts off. Be in Florida by 9, a little before, hopefully. Got a couple of appointments today to look at some homes, and then maybe we'll stop at a park and see what it's like to be look, I don't know how people do the 24 hour, less than 24 hours, like Disney in a day. I hate everything right now. The only respite I have is that I know I have a bed this evening before I have to get back on a plane. If I had to get back on a plane after a day in this state, I only slept about 3 hours last night because I have such flying anxiety. I'm rambling. I gotta go. But first, coffee has been acquired. Now, normally I bring my own coffee anywhere I go because the last time now there's no one to blame but myself, because I am the one who poured the coffee and put the lid on and this, that, and the other thing. No one can see me. I'm aware of this. It's pitch black outside. I spilt the entire cup because the lid wasn't on right, all over my lap and clothes on the way to work, and I had to turn around immediately because I was soaked through. My socks were even wet somehow. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, so that was the last time I actually bought to-go coffee from Wawa on the way anywhere. So usually I have my secured lid, bring my own kind of guy. Even if I do stop and get coffee, I usually bring my own cup, because I ain't playing that game, especially when I got somewhere to be. But I got a flight to catch. It's currently 3:52. It takes me about an hour to get to Newark. I'm down on the shore. And yeah, so, but the one thing I'm looking forward to is that I won't be without a Wawa. I'm originally from New York, so once I moved to Jersey and I got, accustomed to Wawa, you can, like, in New York, you can go into any corner deli and get a coffee. But it's hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get. In Wawa, regardless of whichever one you go to, you're getting the same coffee, which I agree with. I'm agreeable to that. And Orlando is chock full of them, apparently. I thought that was a man standing in the street. That wasn't. It was a scarecrow standing in the street at 4 a.m. Just had a small moment of panic because I thought I left my ID at home, because right before I left, well, last night before I went to bed, I cleared out my wallet a little bit because I had a bunch of just, membership card. I don't know, when I travel, I don't like to bring everything with me. So this way I'm not fumbling through my pockets trying to, I have that Ridge wallet, so you have to like push everything up and out and fan through things to get to credit cards or anything. And I like to make the transition as easy as possible whenever I'm dealing with anyone. And I thought, oh no, what if I took my ID out? And I'm about a half hour from home, and I'm about an hour from the airport. Well, half hour from home, half hour to the airport, an hour and a half from when my plane takes off. So that would have been cutting it very close if I had to turn around to go get my ID. The last time I cut it very close, the last time I flew, I was heading out to San Diego to go to San Diego Comic-Con, and my alarm didn't go off, and I literally woke up it was like less than 2 hours from when my plane took off. Luckily, though, I have TSA pre-check. Today, I'm not carrying any luggage with me. I have a personal item. I have everything. I have one change of clothes in a backpack. And yeah, so I mean, it should be as painless as possible. The pre-check is clutch. The reason I got the pre-check was flying out of Orlando. MCO is a nightmare, and you could wait on that line for eternity. And I said, no, thanks. So we got the pre-check. So it should be as painless as possible. I'm in the first boarding group. I try. I'm one of those people who will pay for comfort, but only to a certain degree. And booking last minute flights, everything was kind of priced the same. But then I noticed on United, the first class option was only $100 more than just like JetBlue economy. So, alright, if that's the case, I'm going to pay for that. So, that's nice. That quells my anxieties a little bit. I don't know why, but it does. Alright, not bad. 4:57. I think they said my flight starts boarding at 5:09. So, I'm going to hustle, but I'm parked. Staying at the airport parking because it's easier. And it's only a day. They ain't gonna hit me over the head too much. At least I don't think. At least I hope. But let's get moving. House hunting in Orlando around Disney World is quite a different experience than house hunting in New Jersey. First of all, it's a lot more fun. Well, I think just because I'm not in gray skies and I see palm trees. So, there's that. But literally the first house I looked at was literally behind Magic Kingdom. Like, I couldn't be close. If I lived in Space Mountain, that would probably be like just a smidge closer than to where this house was, which is wild to me. A lot of the houses that I looked at are like in that Windermere area. Now I'm venturing out into like Winter Garden and Dr. Phillips, checking out some rentals over there. We're going to rent for a year. Me and my wife decided that renting for a year is probably the smartest move, because what if we hate it? What if we say this isn't for us? Then we can just go home. No harm, no foul. The only thing I lost is money. And that's, listen, that's not the end of the world. I'm one of those people where it's like, yeah, money comes. That's my philosophy. That's been my philosophy for my whole life. People worry about money, and yeah, it's a big thing to worry about. It comes. You figure it out. So we would love to rent for a year just to really get it, but I don't think, I think that year will be, I think after that year we'll be buying. Just from this short visit. I'm only here a day, so I'm getting a lot done today. Seeing a lot of houses, meeting a lot of people. Oh, this person doesn't know where they're going. They almost killed me. But that's all right. I'm used to that. I fucking drove in New York and New Jersey my entire life in the city. A lot of people complain about the traffic in the area. Oh, you're going to deal... When I told people I was moving to like the Disney area, people were like, oh, the traffic. Are you crazy? Do you know how much traffic you're going to have to deal with? To me, a lot of the Florida people, like you see on like message boards and like the Facebook groups, stay out of Orlando, don't move here. There's too much traffic. My friend, you don't understand traffic. If you've sat in Manhattan in gridlock, people are like, oh, it takes me an hour to go 10 miles. Has it ever taken you 2 hours to go a block and a half? Then you don't know anything about traffic. Have you commuted from New York City down the Jersey Shore in June on a Friday in the summer? Then you don't know anything about traffic. I don't want to hear it. The traffic doesn't scare me. Oh, it's so expensive to live down here. Literally every bill that we have up north is cheaper here. Our car insurance down here, I got quotes. Our car insurance for a year and renter's insurance for the whole year is cheaper than like 9 months of just our car insurance up by us. The utilities, yeah, I'm sure the electric bill is probably going to be through the roof because I like it a little chilly in my house. But what am I paying gas? What's the gas bill going to be? You know what it cost me to heat my house? And it didn't stop in the summer either because I had a gas heater for my pool. And you know what that cost? So my bill was never low. So that's everything. It's literally everything. My internet and television. I priced out the top tier internet down here with cable. I didn't even have cable at home. My internet alone was what both cost here. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's all in comparison to where you're relocating from. We have a plan. And I noticed that a lot of people who move to this area with, from the allure of living by Disney do not have a plan or do not have the financial, they get ruined. There's a lot of those Facebook groups that I've joined because I've been doing a lot of research about this. And people are like, oh, I can't wait, I'm moving to Disney, blah, blah, blah. Or then you can get the post that's like, oh, I moved here last month and I got a flat tire and I don't know what to do and I can't replace it. And it's did you come here with nickels? What did you come here with? I get it. I understand that people sometimes have no choice or they get the allure of the mouse. The allure of the mouse gets them. But you have to be smart, people. You got to pay attention to know your means and know what you can do. I understand maybe sometimes people are trying to escape, get away from a bad home life, and they think this is going to fix everything. Maybe for some people it will. I know some people who came and went from having almost nothing, came down, worked for the mouse, made a life for themselves, and are very happy now, have moved on, and total 180 in their life. Now me, I'm not looking to work for the mouse. I work for myself. My wife works from home. We want to raise our daughter in this environment of going to these parks because she's 2.5, and the first time I brought her here when she was 1, the way her face lit up, I said, all right, now I know as a dad that that's the only face I ever want to see, is how she looked when we walked into Magic Kingdom. And that's it. That's my one goal as a dad, is to just continue that and have that keep going for as long as I can. And while I can, and right now, while she's young and everything is real to her, all this is real. That castle's real. Cinderella lives there. That's what I want to provide her. I want her to have the best childhood that anyone can have, and that's what we're doing. So I'm on my way to rental number 3. The first 2 are really, to be honest, the first 2 are the contenders. I mean, the one behind Magic Kingdom is unbelievable. It's a showstopper, that house. And they say, they see the fireworks at night, literally the fireworks from your backyard. You just sit and watch them, which is incredible. The other house I looked at was nice, but it didn't have a fenced yard in Windermere. And we have a dog, and the yard backed up into a pond or a swamp or whatever the hell it was, and I don't want something to eat my kid or my daughter, so that's probably out. The third house I looked at was in Winter Garden, which was about 20 minutes from Disney, which is still good enough. It had a nice yard, fenced yard, a beautiful house, ranch, 4-bedroom. I checked all the boxes. Those, for me, those are the boxes. Boxes are a fenced yard, 4 bedrooms, whatever my price range is, a safe neighborhood, and check the boxes. I would like to have a pool. The first Windermere house did not have a pool. The Winter Garden house didn't have a pool, but it was in a community that had one, which is nice. This neighborhood that I'm driving to right now, there's people driving around on golf carts, which I am all about. So we'll see how this goes. So as I'm sitting here outside of the last house I have scheduled to see today, this is a very surreal experience for me, because me and my wife's hair made it to Florida on my forehead. I wonder if this was there the whole time. We have been talking about making the move down here forever, since we've been together, really. And now it being in the process of doing it, it's wild. Right now, my wife, my parents, my brother and sister-in-law are at our house, getting the final packing stuff done. My parents are wrangling the kid, and my in-laws and my wife are, packing up and stuff, and they're absolutely killing it. They FaceTimed before to show them around the house, and my wife showed me the things that they've done, and it's like, oh boy, they're really ahead of the game, which is good because we're moving out this Thursday. So this is hence the reason why I'm here, to get things in order. But it's strange to think that, like, I'm going to live here now. Like, after, visiting Disney is something that was part of our life and vacation, and but now it's not a vacation anymore. Now this is just life. This is just like, we can go to the parks any day we want. We can go to, like, any, not just Disney, Universal. See, we're big theme park people. If you've listened to my podcast, you've heard me talk at lengths about how much I enjoy theme parks. So to live down here now and to be doing this kind of stuff on top of the podcast and expanding the whole content world that I'm trying to create, it's crazy. And it's, will it work out? Will it not? I don't know. But we'll see. So I'm going to wish me luck. I'm going into this third house now. And then after that, I'm heading to the hotel. And then I'm probably going to head to a park just to see what it's like. I have an annual pass, so just stop on in, see what I can get, see if I can get any, last minute lightning lanes or whatever. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna check some stuff out, and yeah. So I'll check back in with you guys in a minute or something. I don't know how to end these things. All right, the house hunt is ended. It is 1:40, and I landed at 9. So from 9 to 1:40, I saw 6 houses. 6 houses. There's 2, possibly 3, definitely 2 contenders. Both of those I would love to call my next home. So we'll see what happens. But I am checking in to the hotel. I don't know where I am. 77. Which way? 7741. And it's this way. I'm staying at All Star Movies, which I've never stayed at before. I usually stay, I don't want to sound like I'm bougie or anything, I usually stay on the monorail or on the boardwalk. Yeah, listen guys, sue me. But I've never stayed at an All-Star before. Stayed at Pop, like Pop. I think that was the only value I've ever stayed at was Pop. But listen, it's just for the night. So I'm going to get to my room, room's ready, go grab something to eat, possibly a drink at the bar. And then I'm heading to a park. See you there. As far as rooms go, what else could you want, really? Bed, sink, television. I'm not going to be spending much time there. There's the kid. Look at him. He's all Floridaed out. People say, you might be thinking, oh, it's because wearing a floral shirt because he's going to live in Florida. No, this is how I dress normally. The bedroom's nice. Good tub. Good for the kids. Sink. Mirror. Your boy. I'm gonna grab some food because I'm famished. I'm working on 3 hours of sleep, but I'm going. I'm here. I'm in Disney. I'm gonna go grab a bite, grab a drink, and head to a park. Alright, the goal today is to see how much I can get done at Hollywood Studios in just a few hours. I'm not here long. Obviously, I'm looking for a house. That part of the day is done. I popped on over. I reluctantly grabbed Lightning Lane just to see what was available, and surprisingly there was a lot. I also stopped to get a cherry blossom from Sunshine Day, that bar over there on, we walk towards, what I'm talking about. They had the best cocktails because they're all doubles. Now my first Lightning Lane that I got was Star Tours, which is never much of a wait, and it's not, it's 5 minutes right now. But that was sort of by design, because I want to do a burner essentially. Just burn one quick. This way I can try to get other ones. It was surprisingly enough. Like I got Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror, which as far as I'm concerned is a win. And I'm gonna try my hardest to see if I can farm Slinky, which I think I'll be able to. But that's why this is the burner, so I can get through this quick. Also, I wanted to stop at Muppet Vision, and yeah, so that's the goal right now. I think I'm gonna get a couple rides done. I'm only here for a few hours. I just popped in after looking for a house, obviously, like I said. But it's busy. I mean, it's spring break on a Saturday, so I knew it was gonna be. But it's not that crazy. Crowds are manageable. So we'll see what happens. And just like that, Star Tours is over. I wasn't the rebel piece of garbage, but I was able to grab Toy Story Mania. So that's, what am I doing? It's pretty great. Star Tours in the bag, Rock and Roller Coaster in the bag. I'm on my way to Toy Story Mania. Not ideal, because right after that I have to go back to Tower of Terror. But those are the breaks. Not for nothing, with minimal planning, literally zero. Just kind of bought Lightning Lane day of and showed up here. I got here 2:30 maybe. Pretty solid afternoon during spring break on a Saturday. So I mean, it can be done. Now granted, I'm alone, so it's a little easier to grab those single rider Lightning Lanes. Keep attempting to call them fast passes. But yeah, I'm heading to Toy Story Mania now. Okay. And then back to Tower of Terror. And I also got a 9:40 Oga's reservation, even though the park closes at 9. So probably be the last guy here. Just in time to get home, well, get back to the hotel, pass out, wake up in a few hours, back on a plane, and head to Jersey to pack the rest of my belongings, and then move down here permanently. It is a beautiful day in Hollywood Studios. Even though it's a little bit crowded, I'm still doing enough. I mean, I stopped at the Tap House, had a couple of drinks. Pretty good. It makes you think, with all the changes that are coming to the park, just this year alone, this area, the Star Wars Launch Bay and the Disney Junior area, is consistently empty. I mean, look, it's a ghost town. It's just so much dead, empty space. Now, granted, it's 7:20. A lot of this is usually reserved for kids. Sometimes, parents are taking their kids to eat or to whatever. Taking them back to the hotel. It's getting a little late, especially for the young ones, the ones who the Disney Junior side are going to attract. But I gotta think they're going to be doing something again. I mean, they have to. This is just dead space. I mean, it's spring break, and the place is jumping. Now, I've been able to do pretty much whatever I wanted. I mean, I couldn't get, obviously, like Slinky. Rise of the Resistance kept showing up to purchase periodically. I checked this morning, it was sold out, but it's popped up twice for me. I did Tower of Terror, I did Rock and Roller Coaster, Star Tours, Toy Story Mania, Muppets 3D, pretty much everything except Slinky, Minnie and Minnie, and Rise. I've done everything else. I mean, I got here at 3. So, I mean, using Lightning Lane, you know, a little bit of luck, I've gotten some Lightning Lanes that have popped up. Like I said, Rise, I could have gone Rise if I wanted to. But there is nothing going on here. It's completely dead. Which I don't understand. They can't let it continue like this. They won't. I guarantee they won't. I mean, the Little Mermaid ride reopening, not ride, the show, the Little Mermaid show reopening this year will bring more back here. So it might get more crowded. But, I mean, you know, Fancy Nancy, Vampirina, however the hell you say her name. The Disney Junior Dance Party. There's a lot of these things that attract a lot of kids. And obviously this is a kids theme park. I mean, as many as adults here. I mean, I feel like a creep walking around here by myself. But they're gonna do something here. Whether, to me, if I was a betting man, I'd say this is where Bluey's going. Either that, or there's going to be a character meal in this park. If I was a betting man, I would put my money on that. But I mean, as far as my day in Hollywood Studios has gone, just kind of hanging out and doing whatever I wanted to, bouncing around from place to place. No plan at all. I wasn't even planning on coming to a park, but I finished up like looking at houses pretty early, and I got here, and I've done everything I've wanted. I mean, I'm gonna hang out just because I'm here until the morning. Like my flight's first thing out in the morning, and so I'm just gonna hang. You know, because I got a lot to do back at home, so I gotta rush back. But it's wild. Really, like an unplanned day. I was dreading. That's why I didn't want to come to the park. It's spring break. Like I was expecting to be shoulder to shoulder, and in some areas I was. But for a vast majority of this place, the crowds are manageable. The lines, I mean, I think Slinky was at 100 minutes at one point. I mean, it's a lot, yeah, but it's not unheard of, especially for a Saturday and during spring break. Now, I will say Premier Pass was sold out here and Magic Kingdom. It was still available in Epcot and Animal Kingdom. But for Premier Pass to be sold out here, and still to be able to get to the rides that I've gotten on regular Lightning Lane, I don't know. That's bizarre. That's a bizarre thing for me. But I mean, I guess this is all part of relocating to the area. I mean, this is what it feels, I guess, to be a local. You just kind of pop in whenever you want and have a little snack whenever you want, have a couple of cocktails if you so wish, and boy do I think that's on my agenda coming up, because I got nothing else. I have a late night Olga's Cantina scheduled. Olga's? Not Olga, like it's an old Russian lady. No, Olga's Cantina, Olga. Can't believe I did that. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go take a stroll through Galaxy's Edge and see what's going on over there, because I haven't gone over there yet. Oh, I have a Millennium Falcon Lightning Lane. That's what I'm gonna do now. After a very long and what I consider a successful day, and I'm getting called for Olga's. So let's go. And that, my friends, is the end of this wild day. So now it's time to hit the hay and reflect. The day I had, looking at the houses I did, and asking myself the question, you know, is this going to be my new life? For me, for my family? And I think the answer is yes.